Los Angeles Infamous is versatile and hungry, experienced and dangerous, and they play best when their backs are against the wall. They're known for their hot and cold play, and you just never know what you're going to get when Infamous takes the field. They've avoided getting relegated to the Challengers Division twice this year and are on the hunt for a win. Infamous's solid roster is filled with weapons in every position. Damian Ryan has played out of his mind this season and is easily their best player this year. The rest of the team has struggled with consistency, but with stars like Bobby Aviles, Drew Templeton, Brad McCurley, Nicky Cuba, and Kevin Cali Rudolph, they will always be in the running to win events. Trenton Topgun has earned their way into the Champions Division for the first time. The team has been around since 2009, steadily punching their way through the divisions. Topgun has talent on its roster who have seen time in the Pro Division before. As standouts Heyman Chapman, Steven Lasher, and Ryan Martin have all played with powerhouse teams. But the talent train doesn't stop there, as Nick Hunt, Alvin Johnson, and Matt Rentschler have all put in work to get Topgun this far. The team has their work cut out for them, though, as they take on the best programs in the game, and this will be the biggest test that they've ever faced as a team. We will find out shortly if Topgun is ready to contend against the best in the world.
Give me a sec.
Welcome back here. Let's talk about the event kill count leaders so far here through we're almost done with the first day. We have 3 games left. So first up, Konstantin Ferov. No surprise there. He's played 18 points, 17 kills, died 11 times. He's doing awesome. And also, man, our 2012 Top Gun leader, Alexander Biernikov, he's got 16 kills right behind his former teammate and current teammate over in Europe, Art Chaos. And he's doing awesome too, played 23 points. And then Pantalev, man, he's coming up there for Moscow Red Legion. That'd be great. If they could get Pantalev to play awesome at this event, it's really gonna help their chances. 15 kills for him. No surprise with Oliver Lang either, 11 for him, and he's tied up with Sergei Solnitskov with 11. So those are the current kill count leaders through the games that we've seen played thus far. Looks like we have an interview with Lauren Kelly, Chris Sosine down on the sidelines. Let's check it out.
I'm down here on the sidelines now with Chris Sosine of Infamous. Congrats on your win in London.
Thank you.
But now we're here at PSP in Riverside. What do you guys need to do to make sure you can bring a win here?
Biggest thing for us is coming out strong. Without, the last event we came out really flat. That's the biggest thing for us, is just coming out and playing good right away. So.
What kind of drills were you running in practice working up to this tournament?
Lots of laning drills. We worked on some closing stuff because we were having issues with that. But we've been practicing. We've been out here in California all week, so been practicing hard, ready to go.
Overall, how was the field playing for you?
Real good. We're just shooting a lot of people out snake side. Making the spots is hard sometimes, but we just got to figure it out on the go and see how it goes.
All right, well, thank you, Chris. We'll see if they can keep it up. Here we go.
So on the breakout, looking at Infamous on your screen, trying to get out Brad McCurley on the snake side, but looks like I don't know, one of the ref wanted to call him out, but Bobby Aviles trying to dig out, but they lose Damian Ryan early, and Damian Ryan has been their constant killer so far this year. Nice job, though, by Top Gun to get a player all the way up in that 50-yard line. Yeah. And it's Andrew Johnson again.
Brad McCurley on her screen right there, going to work over in the snake. Filling over the corner. Look at that move by Trenton Topgun Union.
Ooh, Brad McCurley, I think he just got shot out of the snake. Either that or hit the bunker and sprayed really big. Yeah, it must have hit the bunker and sprayed off of it.
Nicky Cuba filling out to the Dorito side corner. Offer a little bit of help to his teammate in the Dorito 1. Damian Ryan got shot out of that back center, and he came off early. But good field position right now for Trenton Topgun. All bodies alive. They got Alvin Johnson over there on the Dorito side. Michael Smith, Chris Shear here in Snake 3, backing up, trying to look and see if he can get a shot across the field. Heyman Chapman still alive, number 81. Bump back out to that Dorito side corner. Chris Shear looking for kills right now. Brad McCurley keeping an eye on him down the line. That's Chris Shear, number 10. Trenton Topgun Union. Checks the wire. Nobody coming to get him. Bobby Aviles has bumped to the Dorito, or to the snake corner behind Brad McCurley. Try and offer him some support. 4-on-5 right now in favor of Trenton Topgun Union. Number 88 in that Dorito at the 50 on the Dorito side of the A. Really putting the pressure on Nikki Cuba from the middle as well as the Dorito too.
Yeah, kind of a slow point here for this first one.
Super slow point.
Yeah,
Maddie.
this is probably the slowest first point that we've seen.
Oh, and there goes a Trenton Topgun Union, number 88, taking a walk. Andrew Johnson up in the 50, Dorito.
Yeah, and that's definitely going to help out Brad McCurley, but he's still looking at somebody in his mirror, and he might have got a shot cross field.
Yes, he did.
Oh, yep, that is Alvin Johnson walking off the field right now. So good move right there by Kevin Rudolph. Coming up the Dorito, jumping from Dorito 1 to Dorito 2 to get that shot in on Andrew Johnson.
And look at this. Ooh, Bobby Villas getting right, actually filling the spot for Brad McCurley, who got shot out of his bunker there. So now 3 players left alive for Top Gun: Michael Smith, Chris Shear, and Heyman Chapman. 3 players for Infamous: Bobby Avilas, Nikki Cuba, and Kevin Cali Rudolph.
You know, right there, Bobby, he's such a versatile player, just knows exactly what to do in certain situations. And when it comes to this is definitely the guy you want in the situation he's in.
Yeah, Bobby's super versatile. He was actually the Top Gun leader for a little bit here at the beginning of the season for the first 2 events.
Oh, it looks like Brad McCurley, I'm sorry, it looked like Kevin and Cali Rudolph got shot out of that bunker on the far side of the field, and there goes Heyman Chapman.
Yeah, Heyman Chapman comes out of that corner right now. So it's just Chris Shear over here on the snake side. Bobby Avila standing up tall, gonna put the pressure on him. Still a body, he's got Michael Smith helping him out in the corner. So it's just Nikki Cuba and Bobby Avilas versus Michael Smith and Chris Shear.
Slow developing point here, but back and forth battle.
Yeah, Infamous with a little bit better spread.
Oh.
But Chris Shear makes a move, shoots Bobby Avilas, but Bobby may have shot him. Oh, Chris Shear checks him, may have bounced him. So now it is a 2-on-1, Shear and Smith versus Nikki Cuba. But Nikki Cuba continues to attack.
Yeah, Nikki pushing up that Dorito side, trying to get up the field as fast as he can to avoid Shear
And
wrapping
Nikki
around.
Cuba shoots Michael Smith, so a 1-on-1 now.
Oh, Nikki Cuba trying to pull off a 2-on-1. That was an awesome job by him to get that penetration and try to avoid Shear. You know, basically he's running away from Shear's gun by pushing up the field. That's some clutch veteran performance right there. Let's see if he can pull off this 1-on-1 against Chris Shear, though. Do you think he lost him, though, Todd?
He may have. Nikki Cuba coming out into the open.
Oof,
a little bit survives. Chris Shear continues to come around.
Ring around the rosy.
I think Chris has lost Nikki now. And now Chris is going to try. And did they trade out?
I'd almost imagine they did.
If Chris Shear caught another bounce.
Oh, he got him.
And Chris Shear gets bounced twice. First by Bobby Avilas, and then again by Nikki Cuba. But Nikki Cuba nearly pulls out a 2-on-1, but Chris Shear, with the luck of the bounce, able to put the first point up on the board. So we saw Trenton Topgun Union come out strong. Their first point the last game that they played against Impact, but then it was all Impact after that. But coming out strong again, first point, and going up 1-0 against LA Infamous.
Yeah, and there's the 2 of the standout players for these teams, Heyman Chapman and Nikki Cuba, who just played that 1-on-1 against Chris Shear. And Nikki Cuba doing some solid work here so far this event. Well, he was doing work up that side there in that point, but you know, but Chris Shear, man, he played pretty solid and got lucky too. But
yeah,
hey, man, we'll take that any day. So we'll be right back after this. Do not go anywhere.
PaintballDojo.com. Support your favorite pro teams. Get your name printed on pro team gear. PaintballDojo.com. Lifestyle gear for players. Full color and completely custom options. You can build a custom design straight from our website. Gear available for both men and women. PaintballDojo.com. Lifestyle gear for players.
This weekend only, purchase an Empire Prophecy Z2 loader from EmpirePaintball.com and receive a free 240 count upgrade shell. Go to EmpirePaintball.com and enter the promo code WestCoastZ2 when you check out.
So yeah, make sure, man, there's lots of good offers from our sponsors and the advertisers at the webcast. And Empire's got some great ones. They're giving away buy one, get one free guns for the JT Splatmaster. A&S has some great deals on Dynasty gear, 10% off. And so definitely take advantage of that and help us help the sport by helping our sponsors. So here we go. 1-0 is the score. 14-21 left to go on in this matchup here.
Kevin Rudolph gets shot trying to bump up too quick to that Dorito 2. So Top Gun. They also shoot Damian Ryan out, but Heyman Chapman gets shot. Lance Hardwick fills out to the Dorito side.
That's 2 points in a row right now, Damian Ryan getting clipped out on the break.
Yeah, and I don't, it's great for Infamous to have Damian Ryan. I mean, he's not all, obviously one player doesn't make a team. They have a lot of stars on this team, but he's been a huge, huge help for them this season. So they're gonna want Damian playing as well as he possibly can. So that's two points in a row. He's walking off early here.
I'm sure that's not gonna last all weekend. The guy is, he'll pick it up.
So here we go on the Snake side of the field. Getting a good field position here. Los Angeles Infamous. AJ Trillett, he's in the Snake 1 and also mirrored up with Trenton Topgun Union. Top Gun in a little better field position and body position. They have 4 bodies to Infamous's 3.
Yeah, that's Cyril Akita right there in Snake 2. He's going heads up with AJ Trillett. AJ Trillett, I feel like he's really good at being smart, being calm, knowing his shots and playing really good fundamental paintball. Infamous been using him on the Snake a lot over here as, you know, Callie Rudolph's been playing really solid for them this year on the Dorito side. So AJ Trillett, I like him on the Dorito side, but, you know, doing well for Infamous over here on the Snake.
Do you think it's because that Top Gun has just done a better job of kind of isolating, getting a couple of shots on breaks on some key players? Or do you think Infamous came into this game saying, hey, let's not underestimate these guys. We've been pushing a little bit reckless. Let's kind of pull back a little bit and play a little bit slower? What do you think?
I don't think the pullback on the reins and play slower is in Infamous's vocabulary. I think when they do that, I think that it costs them more than it's beneficial. They got to play straight up in your face, run down your throat paintball, and I think that's where they play their best.
I think Top Gun has the benefit of already playing 7 points, 8 points on this layout. You know, as they lost their first game, well, it was 7-1, right?
7-2 impact.
7-2, you know, first 9, 10 points over here. So I think, you know, give Infamous a second, you know, get a little bit more comfortable. But right now, Union, you know, kind of slowing this field down. I think they played some pretty long points.
Well, the first point was the second longest point of the event, and this is going to come, this could be the longest point of the event. Yeah. And this is the first time we've seen 2 teams that are typically aggressive play this slow on this particular layout. We've seen pretty fast points all tournament long so far. I mean, there's been a couple slow points, a few points, a couple slow points in the damage game, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah, you got Drew Templeton over there on the Dorito side, also playing really well on the Dorito side for Infamous this season.
You know, but like I'd say almost Trenton Top Gun is in a better field position right now. They have the Snake mirrored up over here with AJ Trillett, and they're in the further up Doritos while Infamous is in both corners, back and left, right, and the Snake.
Yeah, there's Cyril in that mini Dorito looking on the inside. I'm sorry. Cyril's in Snake 2. That is number 2, Nicholas Hunt, that's in the mini Dorito over here on the Snake side. Bobby Aviles in the Snake corner, shooting down the wire. Cyril not really giving him much at all.
Yeah, coming up on 10 minutes almost, 10 minutes and 20 seconds left to go, and Top Gun still has 4 bodies, but they already have a loss so far in this event. I think that's why they're playing so conservative, even though they do have a 1-body advantage here. And Infamous is running out of paint at this point, and so is Top Gun.
Yeah, A.J. Trillett just looking across the field. Drew Templeton has got a lot of guns on him out in that Dorito corner. It's going to be hard for him to go anywhere. Bobby Avila, same thing. He's in that corner. He doesn't want to run up and just get in close with A.J. Trillett. Drew Templeton says, forget it, I'm coming. And he attacks right away into Dorito 2 and shoots out Nicholas Hunt. And here comes A.J. Trillett. He bunkers out Cyril Akita. So Infamous taking the ball down bodies and coming right down the field. Drew Templeton, Bobby Avila's closing in. And they are going to shoot the last body of Top Gun Union out of that corner. So
yeah,
in just a flash, Drew Templeton opens the door for LA Infamous. And A.J. Trillett comes bursting through it.
Yeah, 2 kills for Drew Templeton there. And 2 big ones to blow it open, like you were saying. So 9 minutes and 12 seconds in the, I think that was the longest point of the, so second longest point and first longest point. We got ourselves a 1-point game here, or I'm sorry, a tied up game. Both these teams at 1 apiece. So we got 9 minutes and 12 seconds left. 2 games remain after this one to close out the day here, and then 2 more days of competition. And it's going to be Impact and X Factor coming up after this one, and then Damage and Infamous. Let's check out the replay here. You see that play, A.J. Trillett goes and clears out Attica, and Bobby Avilas was out of paint completely. Let's look at it from the opposite angle here. And it stays nice and low. A.J. Trillett hasn't been on the team very long, but played at that very long point and able to make it happen there at the end. So well done job by Infamous to finally pull that one out. And we'll be right back after this. So jumping right into it here, 1-1 is the score. 9 minutes remain in this match. This game brought to you by Pro Edge Paintball. All right, Houston, Texas. John runs an awesome store down there. Big supporter of the sport in the Houston area. So if you are in the Texas area, please check out Pro Edge Paintball.
Oh yeah, Pro Edge Paintball, great place. Thank you very much for the support, that's for sure.
And here comes the first body off the field for Top Gun Union. That is Chris Shear, number 10, coming off the snake side.
Brandon Mayo also taking a walk in the break right there for Infamous.
And up in the middle, that looks like Ryan Martin for Top Gun Union. He's a very intelligent player. He's good at shooting on the break and then attacking, and he just shot Brad McCurley and then called it. He said, "You gots to go." He used to do that a lot, Chris. Shoot that guy and then point directly at him. "You! I shot you." But Top Gun right now.
Looking pretty decent, actually.
Yeah, not looking too bad. LA Infamous.
No, not looking the best.
Well, this is kind of a bizarre game, right? We've seen these super long points. We're not really seeing, I don't know, we've seen a lot of these games play out, and all the games have kind of been playing out the same way. The field's been playing the same way. There are some differences out there, but this one's a little bit slower paced.
Oh, and it looks
there goes
like
another,
Nicky Cuba.
Nicky Cuba taking the walk now. Just slowly picking him off. Now, do you think looking into the sun, well, I mean, obviously it's Infamous not looking in the sun as Trenton Top Gun Union, because you can see the shadows from the bunkers in the ground. Looking across the field from this snake side over to that Dorito side, you can see the shadows. That means the sun is right in your face.
Yeah, luckily these fields are laid out so that when the sun sets, you don't necessarily have to worry too much when you're starting the game. But if you're in Snake 1, depending, or on the Dorito side, depending on it's whether morning or the afternoon, then yeah, the glare definitely is going to start to play into it.
And here comes Drew Templeton again during the lull. Going to run all the way down the field and shoot Ryan Martin in the back out of the A. And that's going to cause another body out of the Dorito 1 to get shot. Travis Lemansky, the last body over here, gets shot at the same time. I saw a guy run from off the break, run to the snake corner, and Travis Lemansky shot him the whole way. I could not believe that Travis shoot that guy.
He's a phenomenal shot on the break.
I figured that this would be the event where Travis Lemansky finally gets some spins, get out there and start dominating on the break again for LA Infamous.
Yeah, so score is now 2-1 in favor of Trenton Topgun, and we're going to be right back after this. All right, welcome back here. So right now, Trenton Topgun, man, 2-1 up on Los Angeles Infamous, who traditionally get a slow start. And definitely getting a slow start here. And we've only seen 3 points played in 6 minutes and, with 6 minutes and 44 seconds left in the match.
Yeah, I was actually that's my next point I was going to say, which is kind of unusual, especially for this field.
Infamous going to switch it up a little bit. Go heavy guns toward the Dorito side, but still unable to get kills on the break. I think that's really what's hurting Infamous right now. We haven't really seen them shoot a lot of people on the break.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, we haven't really seen a lot of breaks for them to shoot guys off the break with. And, I mean, they've only played 3 total points in about 14 minutes.
Yeah,
but
not good for trying to get a rhythm going over here. As Brad McCurley shoots the inside, puts it back center in, and goes straight to the Snake 50. Top gun player makes a move at the same time, and Cyril Akita gets shot out of that mini Dorito. Brad McCurley's going to wrap and just peel the back apart of Ryan Martin.
I don't think they saw him go in there.
No, you can't be mad at Ryan Martin, though. He's doing his job. He shoots a body off the Dorito side, he attacks the middle and locks off that side. Problem right there is Akita gets shot, and Brad McCurley goes all the way to the Snake. Bobby Aviles breaks to the Snake as well, and he gets shot diving in. Drew Templeton still alive. Looks like...
Oh, Bobby, yeah, Bobby's taking the walk. So Damian Ryan's still alive up there in the center, but Body's dropping for Infamous right now. With 2 players left alive, Drew Templeton and Damian Ryan is going to get shot out of there. When was the last
Damian
game?
Ryan was the last body, too.
Hey, when was the last game that we saw 15 minutes of game time transpire and Damian Ryan had no kills?
It's been a while.
A very long time.
It's been a while. Drew Templeton.
What an impressive play. Yeah, no, it's like you said, you know, Damian Ryan, one of the kill leaders in this game. I mean, for
in
Infamous,
the sport in general this year. Yeah, he's one of the top-ranked guys. He's one of the kill count leaders, and really hasn't had any contributions out there so far this game. Well, and we haven't said that. I can't remember the last time I said that about a game that he was playing in, maybe for the past 2 seasons.
Yeah, and he's got pinched out of that back center twice early. This time finally gets an opportunity to play. Sees the bodies walk off, comes through the middle, but ends up getting hung out to dry. You know, Bobby Aviles kind of, you know, I think kind of barely got clipped there as you look into the Infamous pits, coming across into the Snake from across the field. But Brad McCurley had a good opportunity as he was in the 50 Snake. Looks like Infamous is going to take a timeout real quick, but Infamous, you know, needs to get on their horse, keep their bodies alive, start working together, communicating.
They need to find a rhythm, though. Big game so far out of Trenton as they are just beating Infamous in these slow points. So we're going to be right back after this.
I shot through this. I'll do it again.
Hey,
let me get that
so
shot
the
again.
kid's releasing into it. You know what can shoot it on the? We're not going to get him on the way out. We're going to get him on an inside.
I can shoot back center.
On the when you're in.
I go shooting back
Hey,
center.
listen, who's going out wide? Drewby?
Yep.
Drewby, they are shooting the corner now. They just shot Callie diving in.
No.
Should we go Dorito instead?
One more five. I'll go wrap all the way around. Dude, I was looking at back center and my fucking loader wouldn't from the
That's what I had fucking.
What?
Did you get a new loader?
Swollen pain.
Sensitivity.
No, I didn't get new one.
Someone
Just grab a gun.
Greg Posey in there, coaching Infamous, old school Detroit Revolution player, been around for a long time, played in Infamous with us for a while.
Won titles with Aftershock.
Yeah, he's been around for a long time, and he's probably a good coach for those guys because he knows those guys very well.
Yeah, you got to have a coach, man. If you don't have a coach, you're not playing the same game. It's that simple.
You know, Todd, you coach those guys for a while. What would you be telling right now if you're down in that pit?
We got to shoot people on the break.
Yeah.
You know, Top Gun is there. You got to shoot people on the break. You got to hold zones. You know, we can't lose bodies early. You know, you can't be losing guys like Damian Ryan out of that back center. You know, the game that he was alive, saw the reads. It's just guys just need to tighten it up a little bit. You know, all these guys are good players. You know, for whatever reason, you know, guys are getting shot out of spots. But Top Gun, you know, we've only played 4 points here. Top Gun, you know, 2 of those points had the advantage on the break early for sure, and were able to capitalize on it. And I definitely still feel like that's because they've already played a lot more points on this field against a good team. Went back and made some adjustments as they lost earlier to Impact. But I also feel like Ryan Martin is actually just playing really good paintball right now because he keeps shooting somebody on the break and attacking that Dorito side of the field. But Heyman Chapman on the breakout, he gets shot. So finally Infamous able to get one on the break. Bobby Aviles looks like he took one. He's calling for a check. Brad McCurley able to get into the corner alive, but Bobby Aviles gets shot on his secondary bump.
Yeah, it looks like some bodies coming off for Trenton as well. So Bobby Aviles comes off for Infamous. Heyman Chapman comes off, early shot by Damian Ryan. Finally, Damian Ryan stepping up and getting a kill off the break here.
Ryan Martin coming off also.
Here's the thing. Right now, I feel like Top Gun Union is just shooting the right guys. Able to shoot Brad McCurley running out to the corner. They shoot Bobby Aviles and Damian Ryan's looking Dorito side. That allows Top Gun to get into the snake. You know, there's no, you know, once Bobby's gone, there's no secondary safety valve for Infamous to keep those guys alive. Granted, they did shoot the guys off the Dorito side, and that allowed them to get field position on the Dorito side, but Top Gun right now giving the body right back to him as the player gets shot out of Snake 2 from across the field. And that was, looks like number 27, Michael Smith, walking off. So Brad McCurley launches, he gets into the Snake, and he is in the 50 again, and he is gonna pinch out Lance Hardwick.
Well, we're starting to see some fire out of Infamous, and that's really great if you're an Infamous fan, because you know, sometimes they get this slow start. And but the problem is there's 3 minutes and 34 seconds left now. They just scored another point. We've got a 1-point game, so absolutely Infamous can get back in this match. Let's check in with Lauren Kelly on the sidelines with the captain of Infamous, Travis Lemansky.
Hey guys, I'm here in the Infamous pit with Travis Lemansky. What struggles are you guys having out there?
I don't know.
we had our sister team normally is Pitt and Forest was had a game at the same time, so we're a little bit frustrated inside here. And then I don't know, we had a couple gun issues. I don't know if guys didn't shoot their guns or whatever, but I think we're on the comeback now.
All right, what are you guys doing to reorganize and get strategy in place so you can get some more points?
We're just getting it all going. I don't know. We got our stuff fixed and we're organized, and the other team's done now. So we have a pod crew, and it takes the whole thing.
How does this feel playing for you guys in practices?
I don't know. It plays good. I mean, it was playing really fast in practice. It's a little bit slower today, but that's how it goes.
All right, we'll see how it goes. Right now it's 2-3. They have time to tie it up. We'll see if they can do that.
Thanks.
Yeah, so Travis Manson, good to see him back out on the field again, as he'd been basically kind of, before Posey's really kind of come in. Now it looks like he might be moving more towards that coach role, and Travis had really been helping out with that too. Infamous is Travis's team, and he's the reason it exists still, and he's built it. It helped build it back to a winning squad again last year. They won Chicago last year, and it's pretty much the same team, other than they lost Greg Sewers last year, or at the end of the season, as he went to Impact. But Infamous is still strong, man. They could threaten at any time.
Yeah, I still like Infamous. I believe in their talent. It's all just about getting it together, keeping it together.
All right, so we'll be right back after these messages. So we got ourselves a one-point game here. Infamous seems like, but listening to Travis talk about getting ready, it's kind of like, look, guys, you're playing in a tough division. Just because you didn't have the pit crew ready to roll, that's no excuse, man. It's like you can't get a slow start when you're playing a team like Top Gun, who you should honestly on paper beat the brakes off of every single time you play them. And Top Gun's giving them a great game, man.
Yep. And I like to see them, step up their game a little bit. Look at AJ Trillette near the screen right there. He's playing pretty decent over in the snake side. Travis Lemansky, I'm sure that they'll pick it up. They start slow. They're notorious for that, even when I played on them. I'm not too concerned. I'm sure they're not too concerned. But if you go to sleep on Trenton Top Gun, those guys are outplaying them right now.
Hey, I don't know, man. I'd be concerned. You're talking about if you suck at this tournament, you don't play World Cup. That's not good for anybody. It's not good for morale. It's not good for the future of the team. It's definitely not good for your sponsors. You need to come fired up for this one. Every single point, every single game, if you want to win the tournament. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, and that's the way it's been. There's been no easy points out here. Everything has been earned. Teams playing hot right now. And, we've seen some pretty convincing victories today so far. So cream rises to the top.
Well, it's still Infamous can do it, or is it going to be Top Gun? The Top Gun still has the lead by 1 point, and with 3 minutes, we've seen a couple really long points here. So this could be the last point if Infamous isn't able to mount an attack. You see a referee running in like that, though. Looking at Top Gun. If he's hit, man, that's going to be a penalty.
He's about to get hit here, but he's got to get his back all blown to pieces. Brad McCurley and the snake.
Yeah, Brad McCurley's in a real good spot right here. He doesn't have anyone fighting against him down the tape, and you really can't let that happen if you're Top Gun right now, because that's how they could score a point here, tie it up, is when you got a Brad McCurley, who we've seen do this before. Brad McCurley was actually the finals MVP last year in Chicago. Oh, but he got clipped out in there, got cyclopsed. And you can see he's frustrated with that because he was in the money spot right there.
And this clock's ticking. There's 3-2 in favor of Trenton Top Gun.
Yeah, with just 2:30 left to go. And Damian Ryan comes up the middle to that can to try and lock off the snake. Ryan Martin doing the same thing, trying to keep Bobby Aviles from coming in here. And right now, Damian Ryan also Damian Ryan coming up the middle of the field, and he is going to get a kill as Heyman Chapman tries to bump out to the Dorito side, and Ryan Martin finally gets pinched out of that middle by Drew Templeton and Bobby Aviles.
Oh, look at Bobby Aviles making his move.
And a minor penalty.
Yeah, it looked like Cyril Akita got a minor penalty right there, and he's going to get his last body pulled. So this penalty will come off, but LA Infamous going to be able to tie it up. So looks like we're going to have a tie ball game, 3-3. Longest, closest match we've seen today as far as point time goes.
And Trenton threw that one away. They got a gift by they got a gift by Brad McCurley getting shot out over here out of his spot in the snake, and then ended up getting a penalty, which throws 2 bodies away. And so just not really seeing crisp paintball across the board, to be honest, in this matchup.
Neither team has really imposed its will on the other team, on its opponent this match yet. It's kind of just been a little bit back and forth here and there, not a whole lot of real, true aggressiveness. And it's just like who's getting the, the little dinks here and there, So I think this last point right now is probably going to go the full minute 43. Winner at this point probably take it home, unless one of these teams finally starts shooting somebody serious on the break and making some moves. Ryan Martin has actually been playing pretty aggressively up that middle of the field.
I would agree.
But, I mean, really the Top Gun teammates haven't really come with him and, paid dividends off of it. They're getting in the spots, but they're not really getting a whole lot of kills after that.
Yeah, no, for sure. And but that was a good breakdown, Todd. The thing is that I'm just, to be honest, this is a lot of flat paintball I'm watching right now.
Yes. Yeah, I agree.
So let's watch that. Let's look at the kill count leaders here. So, the question is, man, with a little bit of time left, who comes out to play this next point? You got Chris Shear. He's up there, 6 confirmed kills for him, 5 points played. Brad McCurley's 5 for 5. That's a pretty good ratio right there. Heyman Chapman's got 4, Damian Ryan's got 4, and Drew Templeton's got 4. But to compare the numbers that Damian, for instance, put up in this game, and you can't play at a 12 kill game every single time. But
you try.
I don't know, man. Yeah, you can definitely try. So 3-3 right here, minute and 40 seconds left to go. And looks like 5 bodies alive for both teams. Oh, nope. Trenton Topgun starting to blow their chance here. And here comes Brad McCurley. Nice job, Brad McCurley.
Yeah, this game's over now. Brad is going to eat everybody alive.
Yeah, Brad McCurley going to work, comes all the way into Union's Snake 2.
That looks like a 4-pack.
Straight down the line.
I think it's a 4-pack for Brad right there.
Hey, look at Brad McCurley's getting pumped up.
There you go, Brad McCurley. Show a little fire.
Brad McCurley.
That's the first spark of fire I've seen yet. LA Infamous coming out here showing they want it.
He looks pumped right now. And maybe that's what you want, though, man, because then now he's going to go back. Hopefully the rest of his team saw what he just did. They're like, all right, it's my turn to step up. Curley just went up and roasted down a bunch of dudes. It's my turn to get out there. Look at Brad McCurley's stats right here. Brad McCurley, and he had to fight through injuries recently, and injury recently. But, came out of the Chicago Aftershock camp a little while ago, and he's been, he worked his way into the starting lineup on Infamous.
Yeah, he was hot and cold there for a while, but came out and, earned his spot, and now look at him. He's MVP from one of those tournaments.
From the finals in Chicago that they won. He shot 4 Russian Legion players in the sudden death overtime.
Yep.
And it was a great team effort the entire event. Cuba played great. Damian played great. Bobby Villas played. Again, across the board when they won that event last year.
Yeah.
But they've been searching for that same thing since then. They did win London, but, all the big dogs play in this league. So, these are the tournaments that you really want to win to earn your, basically you work so hard because you want to win one of these events.
Yeah.
Everybody's here.
Speak of that Chicago event too, quick shout out to my man Zach Patient, who's at home recovering from the surgeries that he's had this year. I know he's at home watching. Yeah, he was also a big part of that win in Chicago last year. But this Infamous team that we got out here right now, with that quick point, are now up 4-3, and let's see if Top Gun Union can put something together to come back and try and even this up. with 1:13 left to go in the game.
Oof. Looks like he needs to take a dive lesson over here on the Trenton Topgun, but look at him going aggressive, getting down the field, getting shot out of the snake though, right here on your screen. I think that was their go-to guy too, just try and get this game. Now Infamous just looking to lock it up. Losing Nicky Cuba though in the process.
Cyril Akita, that was him that broke the snake. He got shot out. And yeah, Nicky Cuba walking off, but Callie Rudolph still alive. He's backing up off of Dorito too, trying to get a kill on the snake side, and he does, as Michael Smith sticks his butt out just a little too far. It comes up over the top. Callie Rudolph peels him apart. So just 23 seconds left to go here. Coming out of that corner, looks like Brandon Mayo, who broke to the corner on the snake side on the break, now has the whole snake side of the field to himself.
Yeah,
and there goes Heyman Chapman.
This game's over, man. Game's over. Infamous is going to win. Wasn't pretty, but hey, at the end of the day, just get those W's on the board any possible way that you can. But I'll tell you what, this isn't scaring anybody. That's, you know, Dynasty's beating the brakes off teams. Impact dominated Top Gun, same team that they're playing right now. So if I'm Impact, I'm watching this game going like, well, let's just do exactly what we did to Top Gun, and we're going to beat Infamous. So Infamous, though they did win, not looking too impressive here. But the talent's deep on that team, just getting a slow start again, which has kind of plagued them. And but they did win. So at the end of the day, it doesn't need to be pretty. It just needs to be, and they did get that victory.
Yeah, that's true. You know, but next game coming up, though, I mean, Impact against X Factor. It's a tough road for everybody. I mean, if they're going to play like that, like you said, they're going to have to step up their game just a little bit, and they will. They all will. I think everybody will, though.
Well, Infamous plays Damage next. Today, later on, last game of the day. But yeah, next up, we do have Edmonton Impact taking on X Factor. So we're going to see if the real Infamous will stand up when they play Damage. But they did get a victory here today against Top Gun Union, who goes 0-2 on the day. They got beat up real bad by Impact. In fact, Impact basically coasted after they were up 6-0 and let Top Gun score 2 gimme points, getting shot out of their bunkers. And then, you know, so Impact's going to be playing next, though, against X Factor. And X Factor got beat up by Damage real bad, 7-1. So that's who Infamous has to play at the end of the day. There's the rest of the schedule and the games so far that have gone down here at the 2013 West Coast Open, the 4th stop on the PSP Tour. And there's a lot at stake here. You know, got to keep that in mind. There's a lot at stake at this tournament. If you do not play well and you're in the Champions Division, well, that means that you're going to have to play in the relegation games. And if you lose those, then come World Cup, you don't even have a chance to win the Champions League and World Cup. You're going to be playing in the Champions or Challengers Division. So that's what's at stake. It's the most important 4th event we've ever had before, because the road to World Cup has started this morning at 8:15. And we've seen some really good close games today. We've seen some blowouts. It's been a great day of paintball. We got another great day of paintball coming at you tomorrow, too. So really looking forward to this next game. All right, well, let's check out this interview. Looks like Lauren Kelly's down on the sidelines.
I am down here with Damian Ryan and Kevin Rudolph of Infamous. Guys, that was a really close game. This seems to be a pattern with you. You come out, you start a little slow, and then you do make a comeback. But is that frustrating, and how do you stay motivated?
Yeah, it is a little frustrating, but, you know, the will to win is how we stay motivated. And, you know, we all count on each other, and we all believe in each other, so we just keep trucking. And, you know, I don't know what it is. Maybe we just need to shoot each other a couple times before the match starts, get ourselves going.
All right, well, what do you guys talk about in the pits in between points to make sure you have the energy to get some points on the board?
I mean, there's really nothing you can say. We just got to motivate each other and pick each other up and get going from point 1 instead of point 4 or 5, which we've been doing.
Damian, despite the team's performance, you've played really well all season. What do you think your best moment this season has been?
I'd say there's probably not really a best moment yet because we haven't won a tournament. So I'd say nothing right now.
All right, he's a team player. That's all for now, but we'll be back.